Merry Christmas, Dad. Hope you're doing okay. I'll give you guys a call a little bit later, but I just wanted to finish up sort of a video that I'll send to you. Evan and I have been, your grandson and I have been busy. We've been doing a lot of drilling out of spot welds. We've decided we're going to replace the rear floor and then this rear apron with this repair piece. Anyways, that required that we sort of drill out all these spot welds along here. So we've done that on both sides. There's another flange down here that requires all the spot welds out of that. And then inside, we need to drill out all the spot welds along there. This is the connection piece. You can see along there. And you can see down in the bottom, there's a circle of round holes, or round markers down there. Those are all the spot welds that hold the spare tire holder underneath this pan, and so all of those will need to be drilled out as well. So it's mostly free now, not completely, but mostly free. I've left a few spot welds just to hold it together until most everything is done. So I continued working on this. This is actually now getting pretty darn smooth. This is just a marker I use on there I sand it down and just to give me a visualization of where my high spots and low spots. I'll probably another few hours of work on that, and I will have that just about perfect. It's not perfect yet, but we're getting closer. So this piece here is the replacement, as the repair panel for the rear apron. And you can see it's just this U shape. Well, we keep the top of the apron, and then there's a repair for the right side, the left side, and the bottom piece. Of course, this will just have to be cut and welded to the top. It's okay, this piece. It's not perfect by any stretch. There's some issues with it. For example, the shape isn't quite right. I have made all these gauges for measuring when I was trying to fabricate it myself. And so when you put them up here, if you look down there, it's not quite right. It's not quite right. So essentially there's too strong of a ridge here, and it's too strong of a ridge here. And so all I'll need to do is actually go back here and with a slapper be able to relieve this strong ridge here and here, just to smooth that out, and then actually we'll probably be okay. I'm still making measurements about left to right distances and top to bottom distances. Left to right, it looks like it's off by about 1/4 of an inch, at least near the top. So I'll have to see how much work I need to do to make that work. I haven't actually looked real carefully at this surround. It doesn't look like it's quite right distance-wise, and so I'll have some work to do there. So as far as the floor goes, so all of the spots on the left, the right, and the front are done. And then there's actually, the floor comes in underneath here. You can see that's the floor there. It comes up and it meets the top of this rear apron. And these two pieces there's just a seam that's welded all the way across. So I've been grinding across here and separating those seams, and I have to go across here. Once that's finished, then that'll separate the floor here, and then I'll drill out the last of the spot welds that are holding it out, and then that whole floor should be able to just come out. Of course, that's provided that we drill out all the spot welds just to separate the spare tire from the floor as well. When we do that, then the spare tire will actually still be held by the left, the bottom, and the left spot weld. So all that will be okay. Then I'll be able to put in the floor, check for fit and so on, and then, you know, make a plan about what timing I want to use for putting in the floor, putting in the spare tire, and putting in this surround. I'm going to try to stagger it so that I can at least keep some of the things here for, you know, for reference purposes. I want to make sure that, you know, I try to get back to exactly the same place once it goes back on. If I take it all off at the same time, my worry is, of course, that it'll, you know, I'll have, I'll introduce some error in how it all fits and is aligned when it goes back. But overall, I think this panel will work. I will have to make it work. My main thing I've been thinking now about is really just the sequence of events for floor, lower valence, repair of this spare tire container. So anyways, so that's sort of where we are at. Your grandson is still sleeping this morning. What happens, you know, it's not not 10 anymore, so Christmas takes a little longer to get rolling. But in any case, that gives me the time to come out here and sort of wrap up a lot of this work and start pulling this video together. So Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to Mom. I love you both. And I will send this along as soon as I can. And I will be sure to give you a call later today, and we can chat some more at that time. But I love you. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye. And everybody else who's not my dad and who's watching this, Merry Christmas to you all as well. Bye now.